glad you came.
Revelio.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ramrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. And I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Please do give Dot my love.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Brownrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
Revelio.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
I can certainly try and find some for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Revelio! A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. Revelio. This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Where did I set my trap? Was it lower Hogsfield?
Quiet as a mouse round here. Can't say I mind.
Better have a look around. See about the Hawklums and the box of letters. Lumos. Accio. Accio. That's all the Hawklums for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Revelio. 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 Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Arresto momentum, depulso! Incendio! Lindo! Expelliarmus! Flipendo! Wingardium Leviosa! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Flipendo! Flipendo! Expelliarmus! Glacier! Flipendo! Arresto momentum incendio. Confringo. Descendo. Confringo. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Glacius. Wingardium Leviosa. Repulsor. Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Flipendo. Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Compulsor. Defendo. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. This must be Sirona's box of letters. I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back. Accio. Compulso. Revelio. Revelio. I should find Mrs. Sprottle. She'll be glad to get these hawk lumps. Revelio. Revelio. Protego. Expelliarmus. Flupendo. Glacius. Defendo. Revelio.
That warrants it.
Go there! Stop! Ragazza!
Defendo. Depulso.
But before we begin, let's I've seen Billy.
Protego.
Stop flicking around like a
Expelliarmus.
fiddle.
Flupendo.
You're a stupid, isn't it?
Glacius. Flupendo.
Avoiding
Expelliarmus. Defendo. Arresto momentum. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Oh, this is getting fun!
Flupendo. It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. Revelio.
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Excuse me. Did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
Oh, hello again. How nice to see you. And yes, I did. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph. Only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some hawk lumps for you, and I found Sirona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Sirona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back. Hogsmeade, here I come.
If only I could.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.